Oh, you want to be in the shot, Tubbins?
No. No, I don't.
Say hello. Say hello to the camera. No. No. Okay. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I got some exciting updates for you. Well, mostly just one update for you. But anyway, we finally quit blueballing the salesman at the camera store. So, a little backstory here. We recently took a trip up to Glacier National Park. If you haven't been there, you definitely should because it's fantastic. But while we were there, we kind of started to notice that one of our cameras is kind of showing its age a little bit. It still takes great photos, but it was missing focus and stuff on some settings where it shouldn't have. I don't know how much of that was user, how much of that was like lighting conditions. It was really hazy, so some of that might not have been the camera's fault. But anyway, we kind of decided that maybe it was a good time to look into upgrading one of our rigs. Currently we have an A7 II from Sony as well as an A7R III from Sony. Both are great cameras. The A7 II is getting a little long in its teeth though, and we have another trip coming up. We're going to go see like the Reno air races and Yosemite and Death Valley. It's going to be great. That camera is not going to keep up at the air races. Like it focuses, but it's not going to be fast enough. So we started taking a look at what an upgrade for the A7 II might look like. There's a bunch of different options. We wanted to stay with Sony just because screw buying new lenses, that's like a whole other ball of wax, and we've been very happy with both of our cameras so far. The A1 is too damn expensive and I'm not shooting the Olympics. The A7R5, sorry, because Canon has an R5 because naming is confusing. That thing's like $4,000 and I'm not getting paid to do anything here, so that didn't make any sense. The new 6700 came out just like earlier this month. That camera looks awesome, but it's APS-C and I didn't really want to mix APS-C into full frame. I know it would have worked fine, but I think it would have been a little disorienting for us to try and like juggle like the crop factor differences and like swap a lens and be like, oh yeah, crap, it's not what I thought it would be. The ZV-10 looks really cool, and it's like kind of a stripped down A7S III, but that's like almost entirely a video focused camera, and we still both shoot a lot of stills, so it didn't really make a whole lot of sense for a primary upgrade. So we landed at the sorry, I scared the hell out of the cat. Landed at the A7 IV. It's kind of like a real sweet spot for kind of a hybrid setting where it should shoot video better than the R3, should have some better stabilization. It's lower res than the R3, but it's more res than the A7 II. It should be kind of just a good all-around pick. It's way the hell cheaper than the R5 as well. So like for the same cost, we could literally buy the 6700 as well for like a lens and a half. So yeah, saved a bunch of money there.
Saved?
We spent less money. We didn't save any money. We spent less money, but you know, here we are. Anyway, I digress. That was a really long intro. I apologize. I will get to the point. So anyway, here's the new camera. We picked it up locally from Pictureline because they're an awesome store and they have a good selection. Definitely could have gotten a slightly better deal from BHP online, but I was able to talk them into giving us a free memory card. So support your local stores. Yeah, and the salesmen were great, super friendly, no pressure. Not that much pressure. They did eventually kind of get sick of us, but anyway, so we'll get to the good stuff here. So we have a cardboard box.
That's for the cat.
That's for the cat. He's not going to fit in the camera box though, so
He's
yeah.
Try.
We have a register our deer thing. We've got This is probably the gives you cancer in California paper. This is instruction stuff. The cat's attacking the paper. We have a camera strap, which we will probably never use because Peak Design just makes better straps. You having fun, buddy? He is pawing at the paper. Yeah, generic strap, so you can advertise that you are shooting with Sony. But I mean, anybody could see that by just looking at the camera. So cool. We get a battery. That makes sense. Thankfully, it comes with battery. I think this is paper packaging. It seems like paper packaging. But it's like plastic coated, I think. So you can take your pick on whether that's environmentally conscious or not. I don't know. But yeah, get a battery. Also, these things are amazing. They are so much better than the batteries in the A7 II, and it puts us on the same battery system for both cameras, which will be so nice, not having to carry 2 different sets of batteries, because screw that, it's a pain in the butt. Nobody wants to do that. It does not look like it comes with a battery charger, which sucks, but it does at least give you a wall wart and a USB-C cable, so you can charge it in the camera, which we're never going to do, but you could in theory if you wanted to. And now we get to the actual meat and potatoes, or meat and gluten, or soy product, whatever you want. Yeah, everything else is cardboard. Here you go, bud. Have a box. Merry Christmas. Buddy, you don't fit in the box. You don't fit in the box. But I want to. You having fun? Yeah? What do you think of the packaging, bud? Is it up to your standards? Where'd it go? Oh, you missed it. Now this stuff, it feels, you should feel it. It feels so weird. It's like
felt? A papery felt?
It's like if Charmin toilet paper got into the arts and crafts felt business. It's like almost uncomfortably dry and fuzzy. But yeah, it's nice packaging. And here we are. So they did some upgrades to the, form factor. They are much loved or much hated depending on how big your hands are. So the A7 II has like a much shallower grip. So Summer kind of doesn't like the ergonomics of this handle, but it fits my hand better. But it is definitely chonkier. Really, bud? He's playing with the tip. He's playing with the twist tie. But yeah, so here she is. They finally have a flippy screen, and I am very excited about that because filming on this thing sucks. It doesn't even have a tally light. I can't see what the hell it's doing. It might not even be recording now. I don't know. But yeah, flippy screen. It doesn't have the double flippy screen that the R5 does, but beggars can't be choosers. This is going to be much better. So it's got the really nice like selector wheel where you can toggle between your photo, video, and S&Q settings, and they're all stored separately. So that way, if you're kind of hopping back and forth, you don't like just turbo nuke your settings between the two.
I feel like we need to pause this and record him for a little while.
We're gonna show you the cat for a second, and then we'll bring you back to show you more features. All right, from our intermission with playing with the cat. Gotta keep your priorities straight. Anyway, so I like the new settings dial. It's got a dedicated record button up here on top, which is awesome. They cheaped out and they did not put CF Express Type A in both card slots, just in one. But I'm too cheap to buy those anyway and use SD cards, so it'll be fine. It does have double recording. Everything else is pretty standard. It's pretty much the same as all the other bodies. You do get a full-size HDMI, which is nice. The stupid micro HDMI gets broken off and destroys your camera. The doors are a little nicer than the R3. They're not the little dangle, flop around like Dingleberry style doors. They changed the exposure compensation wheel. Yeah, that. They finally turned that into a like bindable button. I think it's bound to that by default, but you can change it. And it's also lockable. This is actually going to be really handy because we have a really bad problem of bumping that because it's on the corner here, right? So you're like putting it in down bags and it rolls that. And so you'll go to take a picture of something and you're like, why am I like 2 stops underexposed? Oh, because the dial got, moved. I think that's the main physical features that are different. Should have better stabilization. The focusing's way better, has more focusing modes for like detection. I'm mostly excited about the flippy screen, and hopefully I can record in 4K with less of a crop because that camera doesn't like to do that. Other than that, I'm hoping it's more of the same. I like the 2 bodies we've got. This one should be just improvements on what we already had. So that's pretty much the, synopsis of why we upgraded and what we're hoping to get out of it. I'm going to swap these cameras here real fast, so I'll show you what I look like to you from this camera from there. Yeah, we'll see in a second. Okay. So now you are on the A7 IV. Should still be filming in 4K, but as you can see, there's a lot less of a crop on the sensor. So we're getting a more accurate representation of what the lens can do. So this is shooting at 17 millimeters focal length, full frame, and 2.8 aperture. Setup was easy. Good sensible defaults out of the box. I didn't really change anything. Just kind of turned it on, put the card in, press play. Anyway, that's pretty much the unboxing. You can compare this footage with the footage previous. Other than that, I won't really bore you with all the specs. If you want that, go watch Gerald Undone's video or somebody else's. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you on the next one. Bye.